Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome back to another video. You join me once again in my Mark 7 Golf R to talk a little bit around the Ford Fiesta ST Edition that I mentioned in yesterday's video, but a little bit of extra information that I wanted to discuss with yourselves and my kind of personal kind of passionate feelings of where we're kind of going in kind of like the car market these days, particularly for car enthusiasts. So yeah, I'll get straight into this video. So yes, welcome back to another video. Seem to be getting them out quite regularly now, these videos. Sun seems to be coming out, so all good on that side. Thanks as always for all the support. As I've done videos in the last couple of days as well, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're not keeping up, because I can barely keep up with some of the videos that I'm doing these days, turn on notifications and stuff. It's quite an active YouTube channel. I'll rarely leave you without content for more than a couple of days, to be honest, these days. So yeah, it's a good channel to be involved with, and yeah, I really do appreciate your feedback in the comments, all those kind of bits, because it is a big community channel to me. I'm just a normal guy, like my cars. I like sharing this kind of content with you, and yeah, I'd love for you all to be involved, because that's the whole part of the channel. The channel wouldn't be anything without you guys, frankly. You're more important. So yeah, what's this video about? I'm not even too sure what I'm going to give the title for this one, but first of all, I got a little bit of feedback from yesterday's video, which I do appreciate. One was, I didn't really explain enough information about what the Fiesta ST Edition is. So I will go into a little bit more details. First of all, it has a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine with about 197 brake horsepower. It has adjustable suspensions with like 16 rebound settings, so you can really tweak it to get to your personal taste. I've heard from a lot of reviews that suspension makes it a lot more comfortable on the real roads than the standard ST somehow. Just more sophisticated, more expensive suspension. Stuff which is really, really important in a car, which no one really talks about too much. Along with the styling things which I did mention in that car. But essentially it is the exact same car as the Performance Edition, which was in orange, which came out last year, which had 600 units. The Fiesta ST Edition has 300 units to the UK. Now, rather than getting too down on the fact that it's a £27,000 car, which is a lot of what I wanted to talk about in today's video, try and turn like a bit of a negative into a positive. I did mention that if you're sitting in a Ford Fiesta Performance Edition, you might be, a little bit disappointed because this another special edition has come out. It'll affect the values of the car that you're in. But in truth, it's the same kind of car, so it's not like a massive step on. It's just a shiny car. I like the blue colour. I like the little touches they've done, but fundamentally it is the same car of what was a very good car. They've just kindly upped the price. But yeah, if you're sort of like aspiring to get these type of cars, certainly when I was looking for my first like really decent proper car, when I came out of university, I looked at the Mark 7 Fiesta ST and I was able to get it in 2013. It was relatively affordable, to be honest with you. Even a well-spec'd one cost me about £19,000. Now, I know that was 7 years ago and values and inflation, all that stuff has changed. But £27,000 seems like a massive stretch from where I'm sitting from. And certainly at 22, when I put down my deposit to get that car, I look at people who are in their early 20s now, and it's very difficult to kind of aspire to get a car like that. But to those people, I'd say, fear not, look at the Ford Fiesta Performance Edition, a year old, and save yourself £7 grand. Because I checked on Auto Trader, you can see ones for about 5,000–6,000 miles for about £20,000 trade price. So there you go, positive, something to aspire to. And I think that's what makes cars for me. It is that target, that aspirational target to kind of go for, to kind of push yourself to get to. We have to drive to get to work. We have to use our cars to, see our families or have a bit of fun on the weekend, go for a fun drive and, share it with just general people in the community. And, I enjoy kind of like the Golf R content I have and fast forward fans, just because I am one. And, you know, chatting about Porsches as well. You know, I've never owned a Porsche, but I'd love to aspire to get one. And yeah, that's just an aspirational target I probably have. Realistic targets, I think, are important. You know, I'm never going to sit here and say, oh, I want an F12 TDF Ferrari or whatever of 800 brake horsepower. A, because that's not really where I'm at. I don't really look for the big power figures. If I did, I probably would have modified the hell out of this Golf R. But also in this day and age where we're sitting at, it's just not realistic. So I want to kind of give an impression of, and that's why I kind of wanted to touch on this video, people who are after these kind of cars are generally younger, and it might seem a bit of a stretch. It might seem a bit of an impossible stretch. Don't stretch yourself to spend £27,000 on a car like that if you can't afford it. Look elsewhere. Be a bit more savvy with your money. You've got to be smart these days. You cannot throw away thousands of pounds that you've worked hard for. It's as simple as that. No one wants to be doing that. And, you know, we've got tough times ahead, and we've got to, you know, have the right targets to get to. And sometimes kind of the chase of getting there is sometimes a lot more fun than yeah, the actual prize at the end of it. But yeah, you don't want to be sort of like stressing yourself out with like finances and stuff like that. I tried to touch on cars which are a bit of real world, which actually do make sense. Limited edition cars do actually make sense because they do retain a lot of their value. And in this country, in the UK, fast Fords are just hugely popular. You know, an American subscriber messaged me yesterday and basically said, you know, we don't get this ST, we don't get anything like that. You know, we just get trucks. So we should be grateful that we actually get these cars in the UK. There's just so many fast forward fans around. People of an older generation remember what fast forwards were all about. As time goes on, I feel it's sort of almost in some ways abusing its name a little bit to pull out these special editions without really actually doing that much. Which is a bit of a shame. But there are other alternatives. Another subscriber mentioned the i20N, which is coming out. Yeah, why not? You know, Hyundai hasn't built up as much as a reputation in that sort of category, but the i30N was pretty good. Why wouldn't the i20N be quite good? Potentially a fair bit cheaper than this car that I've spoken about. Now, hopefully this video helps out a little bit more. Hopefully it's a little bit more clarity on the car. And hopefully, you know, if you're sitting there behind the camera thinking, you know, I want to attain this kind of car, you know, I don't want to just listen to Sam talking about it and, you know, yeah, banging on something that I can't afford. They should be in categories that you can. Bide your time. That is 100% what I would say. You know, I bode my time in getting this car, and, you know, I'm really happy with it. You know, it's a great car. You know, it's not too bad at all for me financially. Yeah, which is always a nice thing. And the actual car itself is great, and the community is great. That really does help in ownership, really does help. And fast forwards have a great community as well. So, you know, you're only winning by getting these type of cars. And there's always alternatives to kind of go for. Yeah, hopefully not rambling on too much and not covering too much of the same ground in yesterday's video. But I did want to clarify a few points about it. And also, so another, I don't know if they're subscribed, but someone who commented, who actually has quite a few subscribers, I think about 450, they had actually been talking about the Fiesta ST Edition for about a month or two, I think. So yeah, fair play. For me, it came out of absolutely nowhere. But yeah, dig into the comments of yesterday's video if you want to find out that person, and yeah, check them out. But yeah, hopefully this video is useful to you, and hopefully it's helped. You know, I'm a big, passionate car enthusiast. I love my cars. You know, I don't just do this YouTube channel because I'd love to make hundreds of thousands of pounds and live my life in a, you know, in an island somewhere with a massive mansion or something. You know, I don't have those kind of goals in my head. I just like sharing it to the community. It's quite nice to sort of have your own control in a YouTube type environment, as much as control as you can. You know, I don't have any pressures from any manufacturers telling me what to do. You know, I say what I say, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and that's kind of what I've done on the channel quite a lot. I also do take feedback as well, so yeah, you give me feedback, I'll take it on board. And as I always say, get involved in the comments of this channel. That's kind of the main part of what it's all about. But I think fundamentally, look forward to the ST Edition. It's it's a stretch to kind of justify. I always think about depreciation because that's just what I think about in my head as soon as I think of car ownership. But it can make sense. The Performance Edition might make sense to us. You know, we could upgrade from our Mark 7 Molten Orange ST, as I discussed in yesterday's video. And actually, financially, that'd make quite sense. You know, it wouldn't pull our pants down in terms of the money that we've saved. We're going to lose in a hot hatch, which is important. But I have actually got a video coming up on the costs of our Fiesta ST, which I think you might find interesting as well. People seem to really enjoy the one that I went through over the weekend on the Golf R. Appreciate the view duration on that because it was well over sort of like 6-7 minutes, which is really good for an average view duration. So appreciate you sitting there listening to me talk on it. And I think that video coming up will also be very useful to you to kind of give you an idea, because those Mark 7 Fiesta STs are bargains, frankly. But yes, thanks so much for watching. Stay positive. Lots of cool cars coming out which are affordable. I know I go on about the Mark 8 Golf R, which seems to be getting out of range for a lot of people, and it seems like the Fiesta ST is joining it, really. But yes, I will find a way to kind of help you lot out in getting into a car that you really want to enjoy. And sharing my thoughts throughout the process. Yeah, I still have my goals and my ambitions, and cars are very much involved in that. Not from like a selfish point of view, but just from an aspirational point of view, to have goals in your life. Like I started saying at the beginning, that's what kind of gets me up in the morning, kind of thing. So yeah, maybe it does for you too, which is why I wanted to go through this video. But yes, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you've enjoyed me rambling on, and plenty more content to come. But thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again next time. Cheers, guys.